1916, when the Nazis invaded the Netherlands, more than 100,000 Dutch Jews never came home. Our men were put into forced labor. By 1945, we were starving. The food drops gave us hope. And then the Canadians came.
And then the Canadians came. They helped liberate the Netherlands from the Nazis. That Heritage Minute commemorates a deep and abiding link between Holland and Canada, forged during the Second World War. On this 75th anniversary, the gratitude is felt as deeply as ever, even, as Mike Armstrong explains, if it can't be expressed as openly.
There are no big ceremonies at this, the largest Canadian war cemetery in the Netherlands. Hundreds of Canadians were supposed to have made the trip over. Even Prime Minister Trudeau planned to be on hand. None of that is happening.
En dat we hier samen staan.
Well, one tradition still being kept was on the eve of the anniversary, a speech by the Dutch king. This town square would usually have been packed as the country remembered the 250,000 Dutch people killed during the Second World War. In the same town square 75 years ago this week, thousands celebrated the end of the war as it turned out too early. German soldiers in a window opened fire on the crowd and killed more than 30. Canadian troops made it into Amsterdam the day after that shooting. They had fought for months and had finally liberated the country. But it wasn't only freedom they brought. Years under the boot of Nazi Germany had meant starvation. Canadians brought food as well. Military historian David O'Keefe says other countries remember Canada's role during the two world wars, but none the way the Dutch do.
When you are bringing food, not only liberation from political domination and ideological domination, but bringing the very basis of life to them, that is something they will never forget.
A spirit of wild fiesta reigns in towns and villages freed by the Canadian Drive.
Now, there aren't many left who were there, but none of the Canadians who were ever forgot the reception. Sergeant Norm Kirby says after days of bitter battles, one day he was suddenly surrounded by children.
And I just thought, wow, this is what it's all about. This is what I'm here for, seeing these kids. And it just is my favorite picture of the war.
Some of Sergeant Kirby's friends were among the more than 7,600 Canadians killed fighting in the Netherlands. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.